I broke off my wedding because of my fiancé's bachelor party. We'd been together for 2 years and everything was supposed to be perfect. The wedding was planned for Saturday afternoon at this little venue downtown we'd booked months ago. Friday night was bachelor and bachelorette party night. Mine was low-key. Just some friends and my sister at my apartment with wine and those mini cupcakes from the grocery store bakery. My aunt brought over this punch bowl she'd used at her own bachelorette party like 30 years ago. It was nice. Chill. Jake's party was at Rookies, this sports bar about 20 minutes away. He went with like 15 guys. I told him to have fun. I'm not one of those girls who freaks out about bachelor parties. Guys are gonna be guys. I got it. Around 10:30, I was on my third glass of wine when my friend Ashley literally sprinted across my living room with her phone out. She shoved it in my face without saying anything. It was a Snapchat story from one of Jake's friends. The video showed Jake sitting in a chair with some girl in a tight dress doing a lap dance on him. His hands were on her waist. Everyone around him was cheering. I felt my stomach drop, but I tried to play it cool. Bachelor party stuff, right? Then Ashley swiped to the next video. Jake was lying back on a table while a different girl poured a bright blue drink down her chest and he licked it off. The guys around him were losing their minds. Then another video. Jake making out with a blonde girl against the bar. Full on making out. Then literally 10 seconds later, he was kissing a brunette. I stood there holding Ashley's phone and my hands started shaking. My sister came over and saw what I was watching and her face went white. She tried to take the phone, but I'd already seen enough. I told everyone the party was over. They all left within like 15 minutes. I sat on my couch until almost 4 in the morning, just staring at the wall. Jake came home around 11 the next morning. Wedding was supposed to start at 2. He looked terrible. His shirt was wrinkled and he smelled like cigarettes and cheap vodka. I was standing in the kitchen and I just asked him straight up what happened last night. He squinted at me like he didn't understand the question. Then he laughed. Actually laughed. He said it's what guys do on their bachelor party nights. It's the last night we have being single, babe. I told him making out with random girls isn't normal bachelor party behavior. He got defensive immediately. Started saying I was overreacting and it didn't mean anything. He went to take a shower and left his phone on the counter. It kept buzzing, over and over. I have this rule where we don't go through each other's phones unless something's seriously wrong, but it wouldn't stop buzzing. I picked it up. All the notifications were from this group chat with his friends. Photos. I opened them. The first one was Jake shirtless in what looked like a hotel room. 2 girls were on either side of him, also shirtless. The next photo was worse. All 3 of them in bed, no clothes. You could see everything. There were like 6 more photos just like it. I walked into the bathroom and pulled the shower curtain back. He jumped and started yelling about privacy. I held up his phone and told him the wedding's off. He asked why, and I said, look at your phone. He grabbed it and his face changed when he saw what was open. Then he completely switched gears and started screaming about how I went through his phone without permission, how I broke our rule, how I violated his trust. I just stared at him standing there dripping wet and hungover, trying to make me the bad guy. I said boyfriends don't sleep with other girls just because it's their last night before becoming a husband. He called me insane. Then 2 seconds later, he was literally on his knees begging me to keep the wedding on, saying it was a mistake, saying he was drunk, saying it meant nothing. I grabbed my car keys and left, drove to my sister's place and called the venue from her couch. They said they'd already set up everything, but they couldn't refund the deposit. Whatever. I texted everyone in my family that the wedding was canceled. My mom called me crying, asking what happened. I sent her the screenshots. Jake's mom showed up at my sister's apartment that night. She stood on the porch and told me I was ruining her son's life over nothing, that all men do stupid things before they settle down, that I was being selfish and immature. She actually said I owed it to Jake to forgive him because he'd already apologized. I closed the door while she was still talking. It's been 2 days. Jake won't stop calling.